The 2000s were a fascinating decade for horror, with fresh voices and bold ideas transforming the genre. Films like Saw, Let the Right One In, and American Psycho proved that the new millennium had room for reinvention. But not every great movie from that era got the appreciation it deserved. Many gems were dismissed by critics or overlooked by audiences, only to gain recognition years later. Looking back, it's clear that each year of the decade delivered at least one underrated horror entry worth rediscovering. Robert Zemeckis' What Lies Beneath opened the decade in 2000 with Michelle Pfeiffer and Harrison Ford delivering powerhouse performances in a ghostly thriller. While it performed well at the box office, its chilling story of trauma and betrayal has aged into one of the more compelling supernatural dramas of its time. The following year, Bill Paxton directed and starred in Frailty, a psychological descent into fanaticism and paranoia that was overshadowed at release but has since earned cult admiration, thanks in part to Matthew McConaughey's haunting turn. In 2002, Neil Marshall gave horror fans Dog Soldiers, a ferocious mix of military action and werewolf mayhem that grew into a cult classic. A year later came Darkness Falls, a supernatural tale dismissed on arrival but slowly appreciated for its atmosphere and chilling villain design. In 2004, Malevolence combined heist thrills with slasher terror, a concept ahead of its time that slipped past most audiences. Scott Derrickson's The Exorcism of Emily Rose in 2005 blurred courtroom drama with demonic horror. Though critics were divided, the film endures today as one of the most unsettling possession stories of the century. James Gunn's Slither followed in 2006, a darkly comedic alien parasite tale that bombed commercially but became a fan favorite for its audacious mix of gore and humor. By 2007, The Messengers brought haunted house chills in a rural setting, with Kristen Stewart showing early promise as a scream queen. A year later, The Ruins delivered an unexpectedly terrifying eco-horror that left viewers squirming with its gruesome body horror. Finally, 2009 closed the decade with a Friday the 13th remake that divided fans but gave Jason Voorhees new life through Derek May's menacing performance and some memorably brutal kills. Taken together, these films show how the 2000s were about more than just the big hits. Hidden between the box office juggernauts were daring experiments, clever twists on old formulas, and overlooked stories that still have the power to scare. For horror fans, these underappreciated gems are more than worth revisiting.